Hello YouTube, and happy holidays. I know it's been a while since I posted a recent video, so today I'm going to be showing off AE minigames, which is basically just a collage of minigames all put into one main game. So, as you can see on the screen, there's quite a amount of minigames that I made so far, and this is basically the debugging screen for myself. And basically it lets me choose the difficulty and choose each game. That way I can make sure that each game is working properly and that it functions properly. So each mini game consists of six different difficulties, and for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use hard. So let's just start from the upper left to the bottom right. So this game is click the mouse, and it's actually the first game that I made. That's pretty simple. And all you got to do is click the mouse as many times as it displays, and as the difficulty increases, the less time you have and the more clicks is required. Like, for example, if I put on Almost Impossible, it increases to 30 clicks, and I think you only have 5 seconds to do it? Or 3, I'm not sure. So let's just set this back to hard. And the second minigame, which is actually the second game that I made, is click the circle. So basically, I started with basic mouse games, just to get the feel for what a minigames a computer can actually handle. So basically on this one, it displays a circle, and it says how many times you have to click it. And basically, every time you click it, it sets it to a random position, which makes it a little bit challenging, especially when you have a time limit. And I can't beat Almost Impossible at this moment. I can only make it to like 5. So after that, I decided to make games that involved a keyboard and a little bit of player movement, and that was Dodge the Rocks. And basically, you're this square and there's a bunch of rocks that's falling from the top of your screen, and they're randomized, but I forced to where it is always possible to get to that position. So there will never be an instance to where it's virtually impossible. And as the difficulty increases, basically this is a new type of game which I prefer to call survival, because instead of trying to do something before the time limit, you have to withstand something for a time limit. So as the difficulty increases, you have more time, which is actually harmful for you because you have to keep on dodging the rocks, and once that timer hits 0, you win. So this is kind of out of order, like this is my 5th game and this is my 4th, but I'll still continue with this. So I decided to do a type of memory game, and as the difficulty increases for this, there's more circles and more colors, and obviously you have to remember, but there is still a time limit that you have to do, which makes it even more challenging, but the difficulty does lower the time. So as you can see, it lets you glance at the circles for a bit, then you have to choose the color when they all turn gray. So let's move along. As for this, I decided to copy off of 4 Second Fury, because they have a remember or follow me game where you gotta keep on clicking the keyboard. So I decided to make a clone of that, and basically all you have to do is hit the key that's shaded green, and as the difficulty increases, you have more keys to hit. And at this, I decided to use one of the AE framework's capabilities in building levels and make a reach the exit game, but it's not like my previous video. Basically, it's one of those games where you have to move your mouse towards the environment without hitting anything, and once you hit the question mark block, you win. And you have the same amount of time. I think Almost Impossible, it's a little bit lengthened because of how big the map is, but basically you have to kind of rush to the thing, which makes it challenging. And for my final game, I decided to copy off of Clubhouse Games, or in Europe, 42 All Great Classics, which is for the DS, and kind of make a clone of Shake the Bottle. And basically all you have to do is move your mouse, which has a bottle sprite following it, and you have to move it up and down, and basically after that you win. I'm thinking of adding on to it to where the cork actually pops off and it does the particle effect as if liquid is actually coming out. But this was just a quick test. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll try to make more during the break.